Audio Jungle.
Hello, this time I will explain Indonesian political system post the 2024 election. The presidential election in Indonesia is not just a routine process of democratization, but also a crucial moment that influenced the country's political, economic, and social direction. Post-presidential election, Indonesian political system faces various dynamics and challenges that need careful attention. Firstly, the presidential election reflects Indonesian democratic maturity, a transparent process and active participation of the people and acceptance of the election result even by the losing party are vital indicator of political stability. However, the success of the election does not always guarantee long-term political stability. In this context, the dynamics of political parties post-election need to be observed. Parties supporting winner will seek to maintain power and push forward their political agendas, while opposition parties may intensify their criticism. This dynamic affects the formation of public policies and the legislative process at the national level. Additionally, the role of the election leader is very crucial. And then effective, inclusive, and progressive leadership can strengthen political stability and provide clear direction for national development. On the other hand, weak or controversial leadership can lead to political instability and social tensions. In terms of public policy, post-presidential elections are often marked by reforms or significant policy changes. A new government may introduce new agendas across various sectors, such as the economy, education, environment, and defense. The acceptance and implementation of these policies can be a crucial test of government legitimacy in the eyes of the public. Also, the role of civil society is essential in overseeing and influencing post-presidential political affairs. Advocacy groups, independent media, and civil society organizations play a crucial role in ensuring government accountability, advocating for citizens' rights, and strengthening inclusive political participation. However, it cannot be denied that Indonesian political system post-presidential election also faces various challenges. These challenges include increasing political polarization, persistent issues of corruption and nepotism, as well as sustaining economic growth that needs to be maintained and strengthened. Unfortunately, we are currently facing challenges of nepotism that are provided to be normalized, even by the judiciary itself. Nepotism as an unethical practice in government has become significant challenges post-presidential election in Indonesia. And then, about this phenomenon raises concern about integrity, fairness, and the quality of governance in the political and administrative realms of the country, especially in Indonesia. In addressing these challenges, the determinant impacts and effort to overcome it must be understood. One of the most obvious impacts of nepotism is related to conflict of interest. When public officials use their power to benefit family members or relatives, rather than based on merit or objective qualification, it undermines the fundamental principle of good governance. This practice often leads to neglect of qualification and competence that should be the basis of appointments or acceptance of about the public official. And then furthermore, nepotism also trains the principle meritocracy in bureaucracy. Appointments are promotion based on personal relationship of or family connection rather than abilities and achievement can hinder innovation, efficiency, and effectiveness in government. Inequality in access to opportunities and public research is also a real impact of this nepotism practice. And moreover, the public becomes less interested and trusting in the political governmental processes when they feel that opportunities and fairness are not distributed evenly. This can decrease public participation in nation building and lead to political instability and low trust in government institutions also. To address the challenge of nepotism post-presidential election, decisive and targeted steps are needed. Firstly, it must be strong regulation regarding conflict of interest and nepotism must be implemented in laws and government policies. Oversight and inspection institutions must also be strengthened to ensure good governance and prevent harmful parties. Transparency in the appointment and acceptance process of government officials is also crucial. Information regarding use of power and public budget must be openly. And then we also publish it so that the public can better monitor and evaluate government performance. Meritocracy culture must also be applied in bureaucracy, biasing in appointments and promotion are based on qualification, achievement, and integrity. Public awareness is also key in overcoming nepotism. The public needs to empower to understand the negative impacts of the practice and take active role in ensuring that the government works for the common good. By effectively addressing the challenges of nepotism, Indonesia can be strengthened the principle of democracy, good governance, and justice in government, thereby creating a more robust foundation for sustainable and inclusive development. Thus, Indonesian political system post-presidential election is a complex and dynamic stage. Success or failure in addressing these challenges will significantly impact the future of democracy, political stability, and the welfare of Indonesian society. Therefore, the active role in all parties, including the government, political parties, society, and mass media, is crucial in creating an inclusive, transparent, and resilient political system. We are facing a challenging situation due to the dynamic development of social and political conditions and the rapid influence of information technology. We are currently living in the post-truth era, defined as a time when there is a distortion of knowledge and information, with emotional assets being priorities of logical, systemic, and scientific reasoning. The truth of information is mixed with falsehoods, leading to questioning of information accuracy, which ultimately result in the production and dissemination of lies as if they were truth. Post-truth is a condition where emotional belief and personal preference dominate over rationally and facts in shaping public opinion. So, in the post-truth era, information flows rapidly, making it difficult for us to clarify and verify news and information received. As a result, the information received is brought into personal assumptions and subjective beliefs, leading to the imposition of belief truth into others. From the outer perspective, there are at least four challenges in promising integrity in election and quality democracy amidst the threat of the post-truth era. First, there is a surge in hate speech as a consequence of the post-truth era that prioritizes belief and emotionally driven political attitudes. Sidelining rationally and factual basis, hate speech is understood as action of inciting, promoting, and justifying hatred through expression and writing, creating intolerance based on religion. Hate speech is disseminated as a political winning strategy by utilizing social media through creating misinformation and fostering prejudice. Second, social media propaganda through the spirit of fake news or hoax to elevate the candidate's image and undermine their political opponents. Hoax are false information but are perceived as containing truth. Hoax are spread through social media platforms to discredit political opponents, posing a serious threat to citizen participation in democratic conflicts. Hoax are considered true due to low digital literacy, limited information acquisition, and individuals' inability to cultivate the habit of selecting and discerning information. Third, the use of identity politics to touch on further emotion and sideline rationally based on sensitive discourses in society such as religious and ethnic issues. Identity politics prioritizes the interests of group members based on racial, ethnic, and religious identity similarities. Third, the use of identity politics to touch on further emotion and sideline rationally based on sensitive discourses in society such as religious and ethnic issues. Identity politics priorities the interests of group members based on racial, ethnic, and religious identity similarities. Identity politics is used to garner exclusive transactional voter support by juxtaposing religion and the state. This condition is highly dangerous for Indonesian democracy because as it creates social, political, and security instability, leading to national disintegration. Finally, money politics as a form of transitional politics that makes the goods of democracy increasingly expensive and voters experience irrationally in determining their political choice. Money politics actually arise due to unmet social needs and welfare enabling individuals to exchange their votes in election for a sum of money. However, recently the phenomenon of money politics has shifted from political actors to further becoming political actors towards election organizers. The proliferation of money politics is very dangerous, as it breeds a leader with a corrupt mindset, undermines the spirit of fairness and fair election. It's preventing the various complexities that disturb election integrity. The election supervisory agency has incited a shift in election oversight orientation from discovering violations to preventing them. This is seen as effective to create synergy between election oversight and the public through participatory oversight schemes. Participatory oversight is an effort to monitor election during campaigning, the count period, and polling days. Activities include monitoring the implementation of election, reporting election violation, confining allegation from election violation, and preventing election violation. In the context of post-election politics in Indonesia, the Integrated of Election Supervisory Agency, or Bawaslu, to shift its focus from discovering violation to preventing them is a highly relevant and crucial step. This is because considering the dynamics perfectly outlined, where the post-truth, hate speech, hoax, identity politics, and money politics pose major challenges to the integrity of election. The orientation shift by Bawaslu demonstrates as an awareness of the need of proactive measures to address the complexity of these challenges. However, this effort must be supported by considering strategies and strengthening the oversight role in promoting high-quality election. And then one strategy that can be developed is the enhancement of digital and social media literacy. This is important to combat the spread of hoax and propaganda often exploited through social media. By increasing public understanding of how to discern valid information and identify fake news, the potential influence of inaccurate information can be reduced. Furthermore, a participatory approach to election oversight needs to be engaged. Bawaslu can actively involve the public of the oversight process, not just as a passive observer, but also as agents responsible of maintaining election integrity. Through this active engagement, It is hoped that the public will be more vigilant and responsive to efforts to prevent election of violation. Next, law enforcement against election violation is also a crucial aspect. Bawaslu needs to collaborate with other law enforcement agents to ensure that violation receives strict and effective sanction. This will serve as a deterrent of violators and increase public trust in the integrity of the electoral process. Additionally, the role of mass media must not be overlooked. Media wields significant power in shaping public opinion and providing accurate information. By applying principle of professional and responsible journalism, the media can be a crucial partner in ensuring transparency and honesty in the post-election political process. Overall, addressing the complexities of post-election requires synergy among election oversight institutions, the government, the public, the media, and the law enforcement agencies. Only through solid collaboration and comprehensive strategies can we build a strong foundation for a healthy and integrity-driven democracy in Indonesia. Post-election, Indonesia often faces very intense political dynamics. After voting is complicated, subsequent political stages such as vote counting, result determinant, and power transition often because are first political tensions. Post-election, especially if the results are controversial or significant disputes arise, is often marked by political tensions. This can stem from the claim of fraud, accusation of election-related hoax, or deep-seated disagreement among competing political parties. Ensuring a fair and transparent legal process in resolving election disputes is crucial to elective tensions. Second, government legitimacy. Particularly if there is a change of power of leadership after the election, maintaining and strengthening the legitimacy of the new government become a priority. This includes ensuring accurate vote counting, fair handling of election disputes, and clear and often communication of the public about this process. And third, economic and social stability. The post-election situation can also affect economic and social stability. Concern about political uncertainty, drastic policy changes, or investment undertakings and impact the economy. Additionally, increased political polarization can negatively affect social stability, such as heightened conflict between social groups. And then, fourth, political reform. Post-election, there is often discourse and demands for political reform. This may include reform related to the electoral system, increased transparency and accountability of the government, or enforcement or improvement in regulation related to political parties and political campaigns. Facilitating dialogue among different political parties to reach consensus on political reform is crucial to strengthen democracy. Fifth, public policy strengthening. Duly elected or incumbent governments should focus on strengthening public policies that can enhance public welfare. This may include efforts to address socioeconomic issues, strengthen infrastructure, improve healthcare and education services, and promote inclusive and sustainable development. In managing the post-election situation, it is important to build inclusive dialogue among all political parties, civil society, and relevant institutions. Openness, transparency, and commitment to democratic principle and the rule of law are essential foundations to ensure that peaceful and stable transition of power and post-election conditions. Certainly, let's continue in discussion. 6. Ethnic and religious harmony. Post-election, maintaining ethnic and religious harmony is crucial, especially in a disturbed country like Indonesia. Political difference should be allowed to escalate into ethnic or religious tensions. Leaders and stakeholders must promote dialogue, tolerance, and understanding among different communities to prevent conflict that could undermine social cohesion. 7. International relations. The post-election period also involves managing Indonesia's relationship with other countries, ensuring diplomatic stability, maintaining trade relations, and upholding international commitments are important aspects. Smooth transition of power and consistent foreign policies contribute to Indonesia's standing in the global community. 8. Youth and civic engagement. Engaging youth and promote civic participation is vital for a vibrant democracy post-election, empowering young people to actively participate in political processes, fostering their understanding of democratic principles, encouraging their involvement in community development. Individuals can contribute to a more inclusive and responsive political landscape. 9. Environmental sustainability. The post-election phase over opportunities to prioritize environmental sustainability. Policies aimed at addressing climate change, protecting natural resources, and promoting sustainable development can be emphasized. Collaboration with and promotion sustainable development can be emphasized. Collaboration with environmental organizations and civil society plays a crucial role in affecting eco-friendly initiatives. 10. Media freedom and responsibility. Upholding media freedom while ensuring responsible journalism is essential post-election. The media should be allowed to operate independently, report objectively, and hold those in the power accountable. At the same time, efforts to combat misinformation, disinformation, and propaganda should be strengthened to safeguard the integrity of public discourse. 11. Social welfare and inequality. Addressing social welfare issues and reducing inequality are ongoing challenges that require attention post-election. Besides a focus on providing affiliation, access to education and healthcare, and creating economic opportunities for marginalized groups can contribute to more accountability society. 12. Crisis management. Being prepared for potential crises post-election is important. Establishing effective crisis management mechanisms, whether related to natural disasters, economic downturns, or social unrest, is essential for maintaining stability and ensuring a swift and coordinated response to emerging challenges. By addressing this aspect comprehensively and collaboratively, Indonesia can navigate the complexities of the post-election period effectively, strengthen democratic institutions, and work towards a more prosperous and inclusive future for its citizens.